Debby is a dynamic force in media, entertainment, and women's empowerment with over 15 years of expertise. A storyteller at heart, we are in for another good time. She co-founded Doyen Woman and She Is Woman, creating impactful platforms for mentorship, learning, and advocacy. Her extensive experience spans event planning, corporate branding, and championing initiatives that inspire and uplift women. Let us put our hands together for Debby Hassan. Karibu, Debby. You need me here?
Yes. Not risking
She's taking a calculated risk.
Good afternoon, or is it good evening, everyone? My name is Debby Hassan, as Dottie has mentioned, with many things about me. So, first, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank you. I'm very grateful to be here, grateful to tell my story. When Mr. Dosso reached out to tell me, right, Debby, I'm thinking about you writing a book. Tell me about your story. First, I got scared. You know, it's very hard for you to take a reflection of your life. And this book made us reflect on our lives. And I'll just tell you, thank you, Mr. Dosso. Because it made me realize I actually did take risks. Sometimes you don't know. And my pals usually tell me, Debby, are you a risk taker? I'm like, I just do things. You know, you don't realize you're taking a risk. For you, you're just making things move, thinking things work. And when you think about it, you're like, oh, okay, this is what I did. This is what I did. And the book gave me a chance to actually reflect of all the things I've done. And I'll say when I started with the Doyen Woman, first, it'll be very interesting. I was working I just moved from banking. Now I'm in events. I've stayed in events for like 2 years. Then my heart was telling me, Debby, you need to do something. Of course, my personal life had been chaotic. We know women sometimes we do make very many bad decisions. So I was in that point like where I've appreciated the decisions and I said, it's okay, I've learned, now I'm a better place. Then I realized, why not? Why should I let someone else go through the same thing? Why not tell them my story? But sometimes, but in my story, let them tell them in a story form. Because we know young ladies never listen. We never listen. You tell me a book and you tell me, oh, do this, I won't do. Me, you have to tell me what it happened to you, how it reflected on you. So in this particular case, I said, okay. So I sat down with some of my friends and like, I really want to do this, but I don't know what. First, I need to look for a name. The hardest thing, you know, Kikuyus, as guys, have a problem, you know. We'll always use an event with our names. Debby Enterprises. I look for my sister's name, and then we put it together and we come up with Part An Automobile, those things. It's in us. We can't avoid it. It's in us. So I took time. I think, no, I want something that has an impact. Usually we say what you name something or what you name someone is what is going to come of it. So if you don't choose the name randomly, you have to think about it. And that's why I start with Doyen. I Googled, I looked for it, and then he said, let's talk about Doyen. I was like, huh? What's Doyen? What's Doyen? What's Doyen? Everyone came on asking me. I'm like, yeah, Doyen is a woman who's on top of her field. And that's what we are. Every woman who needs to be at top of her field. Why can't I want to inspire everyone to be the best in what they do. And that's where the name came from, Doyen Woman. I know Dottie said you're a storyteller, but we are. And that's how I started my storytelling. Then I started my first event. First of all, remember, I have no funding. So I said, I'm going to do my first event. It has to be free so that people know what I am or what I'm doing. I got a location, I invited people, young ladies from the campus, because you know they don't have money to waste, so you have to be here. Then I looked for somebody, I called a few friends, hey, can you come and speak? They're like, yeah, I like your concept. Yeah, let me come. Held my first event. When they picked the phone up like this, the microphone, I realized, oh my God, what am I going to say? I've invited all these people. I planned everything, but I forgot to plan on what I'm going to say. So I'm picking up the microphone and I'm shaking. I'm like, okay. So, you know, there you have a body, introduction of body and conclusion. I had none of those. And I'm like, okay, I need to be interesting. But then I'm not too interesting. I need to have a joke. I'm not joking. I don't even know jokes. At that time, nothing. You remember nothing. I was panicking. Then now, I talk a bit, then I go, people are not coming. It's supposed to start at 2. It's 2:30. Where are people? I know, don't you have felt the same way today? Eh? Yeah. They're like, yeah, I know we are Africans, but hey, surely people need to come. Then I'm like, hey. I'm talking to my one of my friends. I'm like, what do I say? They're like, let's go with your heart. Let me tell you, I picked up that microphone, and I decided I'm talking to one person. I said my story. I actually, you could see everybody like, like now I'm seeing people, they're shaking their head. They're like, Then you're like, okay, I'm making sense. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? And that's how I started. It was scary, but it was good. It was very scary, I won't lie. It was one of my other businesses that I've started. That wasn't where I'm in the front face. It's when you do business, if I'm supplying something, that's not you're not in front of people, so it's not really a risk. But this one, when I'm standing in front of people and telling them my story of what I've gone through, it's very scary, but it's actually very empowering. When you're talking and people are listening, it's very empowering. So in the book, I've talked about power of passion, perseverance, and pivoting. Because we know we need to pivot sometime. You want to stick in one way, and then you realize this ain't working. Are you ready for change? Can you divert yourself to the next part? From the book, I've spoken about it. So you get a chance to read the book, then you'll be able to associate with it. So I think I have learned my major lesson is adaptability is very key to your business. When you do and your leap of faith, and having a village as well, having a village to support you. I'm very lucky and fortunate to be surrounded with very good family and friends who are able to push me to the best of my ability. I'm sometimes scared, but they're able to guide me and give me the encouragement. When you don't have that, sometimes it's very hard. It's very hard to do anything. But when you have a family and a village to help you, it becomes easier. So I think as we gather here and we listen to this experiencing story of these beautiful women, we should be able to learn, we should be able to know how risks are taken and have the courage to take the risk. Sometimes I say that courage is not taking the risk or having an idea. The courage is actually doing it. When you do it, then you're able to do more. So let this event be a statement to the potential that lies within each of us. May we continue to take risks, embrace challenges, and turn obstacles into opportunities. I want to say thank you for this platform, for the community, and for the shared journey, especially with my co-authors. I was very impressed when I read the book. I remember when we were given the rough draft, I was scared to read people's. I was like, I was very scared to read people's stories. Like, hey, what if they write better than me? What if, then I may need to change mine? And then what if, there's a lot of what if. Yes, but I thank you. Your story was impactful, and I was happy. I'm very happy to be part of this cohort. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dot.
Let us put this together for Debby.